Hey y'all, this is Julian Rico. The moment that y'all are waiting for, it is my Super Bowl predictions. Before we get to my prediction, we want to go back and congratulate all 32 teams who had one of the great 2023 seasons. 2023 season, we're down to two teams representing the NFC champions, San Francisco 49ers, taking on the AFC champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, we're getting to see them yet again. Rematch of Super Bowl 54. I already mentioned it during that conference championship update. And now I'm here to tell y'all that. So let's get started. So San Francisco, this is their eighth trip to the Super Bowl and still searching for their sixth Lombardi trophy, which tied with the Steelers and the Patriots. So they're trying to get there. Kansas City, on the other hand, their sixth trip. So how about this? Ever since before Mahomes, they've, how do I say this? Mahomes went to Super Bowl in 2000, Super Bowl 54, 55, 57. So Kansas City, before Mahomes, they've been to three Super Bowl trips. Three of them. They only won one. And then when Mahomes came in 2019, they won their second. Super Bowl 55, they didn't win their third, but they won last year's Super Bowl, and they're searching for a fourth Lombardi, a third in the last 5 years. So I guess that's the good main reason about it. This is, of course, rematch of Super Bowl 54, where the Chiefs beat them 31-20 against the San Francisco 49ers. Mahomes in his career is 3-0 against the 49ers. That will conclude the Super Bowl and the regular season games. So you got to, 49ers fans, don't be mad about me, but at least I got trust in this. So I want to go with key matchup number one. Chiefs defense versus 49ers offense. And I will say this. This Chiefs defense, they've been outstanding. They've been outstanding all year long. If I'm looking at the numbers, and I'm reading it here on this paper, Chiefs defense, second in points per game, second yards per game. Both were 17.3. They're going up against the 49ers, who are third in points per game, 28.9. Also, 49ers offense, 30 plus points is the third most this season. That includes the postseason. That includes the playoffs. So Chiefs defense, on the other hand, under 21 points, 7 of the last 8 games. That includes the postseason. So what are we looking at? So you look at a good defense going up against a good 49ers offense. What is the difference between this game and last year and then Super Bowl 54? All right. No Tyreek Hill. That's not the only difference. Here are the difference. 49ers defense became the number one seed. The Chiefs were the number one seed. They faced off in Miami. Kansas City was down 20-10 in the fourth quarter. They rallied and they won the game. This year, ever since that 2019 Super Bowl, that went off. Continue. 49ers offense. Rush attempts, 8th in the league. Pass attempts, 32nd in the league. So they're more of a running deep team than the Chiefs were expected. All right. So that's the other thing. Christian McCaffrey. Welcome to the Super Bowl, my friend, because I'm a big fan of you. I really wish I could get an autograph for you, either a Panthers jersey, and if you win the Super Bowl, give me a 49ers Super Bowl jersey autograph or whatever. Just give me a Panthers CMC jersey signed by Christian McCaffrey. That would be nice. He led the league in rushing yards, 1,400 rushing yards, 14 touchdowns. He averaged 5.4 yards per carry. Kansas Kansas City's defense, this is the one weakness for Kansas City. Not only their pass defense is good, but they're tied 26, I think tied for 26 or 28 for giving up 4.5 yards per game. Who they're playing? CMC. How many yards in a season? 5.4 yards per game. And nobody's going to be believing Kansas City can find a way to stop the running back. Well, they got good linebackers. They got Nick Bolton, Drake, Willie Gay. I think those two guys are going to have to keep an eye on CMC. They got another linebacker, number 23. I think it's Drake Tranquil. Yeah, Drake Tranquil. Those three linebackers, be ready because they got CMC coming in. This is another good fact here. The 49ers with Christian McCaffrey, when he rushes 75-plus rushing yards, which includes the playoffs, he is 12-1 when CMC rushes for 75-plus rushing yards. So let's say if the game starts with as soon as it's the fourth quarter, McCaffrey is like, let's say 110 rushing yards. What the San Francisco 49ers can do, run the ball. Wind the clock. That's what they can do. Chiefs defense this year under 110 yards, rushing yards. This is an interesting one also, and this is a good key matchup. 7-0 under 110 rushing yards. So that is a challenge for CMC. You also have Elijah Mitchell, Jordan Madison. So you got those guys who are going to have to really be the step up because Kansas City, for this year, under 110 rushing yards, they're 7-0. Impressive. All right, Patrick Mahomes. And this guy has won an MVP last year and the Super Bowl MVP. How hard can it be to win another MVP? He's won 2 Super Bowl MVPs, 2 NFL MVPs. So is he going to win his 3rd Super Bowl MVP, or is he going to give it to somebody else like Travis Kelce, who could probably propose to Taylor Swift, which she might be heading to Tokyo anyways. I don't have an update for that for Taylor Swift. So basically, not sure how this happens. But back to it. Mahomes versus the 49ers pass defense. Okay. There's some good things and bad things. Good thing is they're in the Super Bowl. So Mahomes can still find a way to win the Super Bowl. Although his numbers were not what we expected. So he's got 27 touchdown passes this season, 14 interceptions. This is his career high, 14 interceptions. What is his career low rate? 92.6 rate. That's I can't think about it, but it's just tough. But in the playoffs this year, 4 touchdowns, a rating of 100.7 rate, 68% completion rate. So that's got to be something. 49ers defense ranked. They do allow quarterbacks 79.6 rate, 6.4 yards pass attempt. That's 5th in the league. You know, this is a game that I think the 49ers defense needs to show up. They have to. Brock Purdy versus Chiefs pass defense. This is Mr. Relevant making a story. Just like Cody Rhodes wants to finish the story off and get that undisputed Universal Championship against Roman Reigns. This is a little different. Brock Purdy has been sensational. He is. You want me to give you what his numbers is? Here it is. Purdy's got 31 touchdowns, 11 picks. A quarterback ranked. This is number 1 in everything. 113 quarterback rate. That's first. 9.6 yards per attempt. First. 13.9 yards per yards percentage. I'm not sure. He's first in that. All right. He's the lowest drafted quarterback to play in the Super Bowl and the 3rd Mr. Irrelevant to play in the Super Bowl. So Brock Purdy, can you really win? I need you to win. Win against this team. And I'll get to my prediction really as soon as I get this review out of the way. Pass defense for Kansas City, they allow the quarterback rates of 83.6. That's 8th in the league. 6.0 in yards per attempt, 3rd in the league. They do allow 4th fewest yards. So that's a key thing about it. What else? Chiefs blitz versus Purdy's great blitz rate. So Chiefs are 5th in the blitz rate. Their rate is 27.5. Brock Purdy, this is a different quarterback we don't see a lot. His rate, and I'm surprised about this, 132.3 rate. That is first. 15 touchdowns, 2 picks. Has any quarterback has ever played against this team? Has anyone ever gone up against a team? This quarterback has incredible numbers. Brock Purdy's got incredible numbers. 15 touchdowns, 2 picks, 132.3 rate. And that's first. For blitz, I guess I could just type on this. These are real numbers. These are actual numbers. No sweat. This is the matchup I want to keep it out. 49ers offensive line, who give up 34 sacks allowed. That is tied for 6th against the Chiefs defensive line, who have 57 sacks. That's 2nd in the league. Key matchups. Interior lineman versus Chris Jones, who had 10.5 sacks. First team All-Pro. Great job for you, but you got booed in opening night. So I saw that. That's surprising. Colton Mitchell, right tackle versus George Karlaftis. Now, the right tackle did give up 11.5 sacks this season. This is a good one. Trent Williams versus Matt Donna. Yep. And then finally this one. Travis Kelce versus the 49ers defense, who they do allow 4th in the league in stopping the tight ends. So that's interesting. Next one, George Kittle versus Chiefs pass defense against the tight ends. Chiefs defense, 7th. So really aggressive defense for Steve Spagnuolo and this Chiefs defense. What was next on my list? Donovan Smith versus Chase Young. Interesting one. Jawan Taylor, who leads the team in penalties. That's another thing the Chiefs have been having problems with. He's going up against Nick Bosa. Another thing in this one, and I will give you another injury news about this. Joe Thuney is out. He's out for the Super Bowl. Charles Omeniike out. Just last week, they reported that he tore an ACL. Joe Thuney, is quoted from Andy Reid. Long-term shot, meaning he's out. Jerry McKinnon also out for this game. And Trey Smith, who did give up some penalties against the Ravens, is going up against Armstead and Javon Hargrave, who both combined 12 sacks this year. That's for the update, but that's for the preview. But I got a quick preview for you. Wide receivers in this one. So matchup, this is a wide corner matchup. Tre'Davious Ward versus Rashee Rice. That is going to be the match I want to keep an eye on. Who are the other ones? Let me get LaJorian Lenore versus Marquez Valdez-Scantling, who does make those clutch moves, clutching shots, maybe clutch catches. So basically, he can get those wins. Also, you have on the other side Debo versus maybe L'Jarius Sneed. Ayuk versus McDuffie. They got to get another third corner against Jawan Taylor. Why? He is going to be the guy that a lot of Chiefs fans could keep an eye on. So that is what I'm always going to get. So who am I going to pick? After this season, and maybe people in the comments are going to regret me for picking this team to win the Super Bowl. Can I just throw the hand toss and just say I went back to Super Bowl 54. What was the only way Kansas City won that game? Patrick Mahomes. Okay. This year, what is this going to come down to? It's going to come down to who stops the run. Yeah, because Isaiah Pacheco averages 65 plus rushing yards in the last 4 games. So interesting to keep an eye on. It comes down who stops the run. Can Brock Purdy make the biggest plays in the biggest game and his biggest moment? Can Kyle Shanahan finally get away from those years where he's been an OC, he's been offense coordinator in the Super Bowl, lost, and then the head coach, lost the Super Bowl? This 49ers team has got the best roster in the Kansas City. Give Kansas City credit. Their defense is good. What is the one weakness? Running the ball. And they're going to do it. They're going to be stopping CMC. They keep doing this. You're going to leave space for maybe a play action. And then, oh, look, George Kittle first down. Ball game. And so with that, you might regret me, Kansas City fans, and you might want to put that in the comment section. Maybe say, oh, Rico, are you disrespecting the Chiefs? 49ers win it. Done. CMC is going to win MVP. Done. Why? Run the football. They're going to control the game by running the football. It's a done deal. We can regret. Kansas City can still say, hey, everybody, you doubted us last year and we won the Super Bowl. And this year you're doubting us and now we're here in the Super Bowl. I didn't doubt the Chiefs for this 2023 season. Why? Because they can still win the division with Patrick Mahomes. Some good offensive line. And they can win these games. I mean, you can either beat the Chiefs, you can either sweep the Chargers or split them. You can sweep the Raiders and maybe somehow, if that's possible, sweep the Broncos. That would be a legitimate Super Bowl team. But this year's not been their year. Why? Because you got to get the receivers to catch the football. Brock Purdy's story has to finish off with a big Super Bowl win. 49ers are going to get their 6th Lombardi trophy, while Kansas City will walk away to a no back-to-back Super Bowl champs. Bang, bang, gang, gang. Let's do it. Hey, 49ers fans, Chiefs fans, best of luck at the Super Bowl. I'll be watching, so it's going to be an entertainment game, but I'm picking 49ers. And if you're thinking score prediction, 27-24 49ers. That's how I'll give you. Hit the like button and subscribe and leave your prediction in the comments as we're 4 days away till the Super Bowl.